Yep. Now I'll create one more component. Control P, header component. Okay. Only need this. SFDS create our component HTML data attributes. So with the name itself, you'll get to know that we are discussing about some HTML attributes. Okay. Now let's see P Lakshmi. So we have a init function. Okay, we have a init function. Let me go to controller onload data set. I'm also creating a helper just like a data setup HLP component comma event comma helper. Hope you guys know like how to do a onload event. What is onload event? So in Aura we have a onload event, onload handler. Sorry. That onload event means as soon as the component loads, that onload event will execute. Component loads in the sense, right? Whenever component, like let's say this component is loaded here. As soon as it displays, so before it displays, it just calls your actions. Oh, 1 minute. Oh, okay. Code preferences, settings. Now you can see, right? Or should I make it to 18? Or 20? Okay, now it's looking good only. As soon as the component displays here, then it will show. And we have an onload event. Our handler name doing perfect. Only I need that statement, nothing else. Onload dataset. So I'll be calling my action. So Aura handler name should be init and value should be this. And we can say always c dot your method names. C dot your method names. Say control V. So onload dataset. C dot my method actions. I'll also define one more attribute Aura. Attribute name equal to dataset detail type equal to now this is my type. Before going further, let me JSON, otherwise I can create plain text to JSON. You know the JSON format, name Lakshmi Deepak, comma, phone 998697345. Now this will consider as one object. From here to here, one object. You got it? From here to here, we'll consider as this one object. So JSON is a key value. This is a key, this is a value, and they are comma separated. Clear? Any questions? But there is a other way of doing. So this way, let's say I have one object, I passed it, and I'll say I have another object and I passed it. Control Z. End of file expected JSON 1 minute. Control X. Okay. Property expected. No quick fixes. View properties 1 minute. Control A. Control Shift P. Format document. Configure JSON. So now you can see how many objects you have in that JSON. How many objects you have? How many records you have? Technically, from here to here is one record. Here to here is one record. And this is your curly braces is always your array, right? Curly braces is always your array. Now, let's go back. Our attribute. Here in helper method, what I'll do, I'll define one variable. I'll create a JSON now. Data JSON equal to, I'm saying this is an array. So I'll say data JSON dot push is a method that we'll be doing. Dot push is a method, and what you will be pushing? You will pushing name colon Lakshmi Deepak, and I'll say phone colon. The same thing I can do for other records also, right? Control C, Control V, Control V. And the other shortcut is that if you are in Windows, Control Shift down arrow. In Mac, it is Control Command down. Sorry, Control Option Shift down arrow. In Mac, it is Option Shift, and there you have Alt Shift down arrow. So what it will do? It will copy a pertain properties. If I copy this one, right? Now if I do Alt Shift down arrow, then it copies. In Mac it is Option Shift down arrow. So you can see set itself is copied. You got it? Lakshmi Deepak, Vamsi, and I'll say 1, and I can say Gautam, I'll say 2, Lava, I can say 3. If I want to keep Lava as a first, I can hold Option up arrow or Alt up arrow. You can see the line is shifting, isn't it? Guys, no response. Am I audible? Yeah. That line itself is shifting for you. So these are the shortcuts for quick changes. Like instead of cut, copy, paste, and everything, you can simply do this way. So automatically your lines will move either up and down. Okay, this is one thing. Control S. Now, how to call your helper method? To call your helper method, it's very easy. Know your helper method name. You can see helper dot, and you have to pass your component event helper as an argument. So I'll be passing that. As soon as you got a data, where you need to set your data set details. So now I can say component dot set v dot data set hyphen data JSON. Assign values to attribute. Passing standard JSON object to array. So this is something where you can get from server also, but in this case, I did a hard coded with a JSON by using Flower Braces key value player. Any question on the object creation? So you can ask me how system will know name and phone. You can even ask one more parameter saying that gender, or you can say Deepak also here. Anything on the left side will consider as a key. Anything on the right side will be considered as a value. There is no standard like only we have a name on phone. You can represent whatever you wanted. It doesn't have any problem with that. Clear? Now let's say div class slds cart length v dot data set details dot length. So now tell me, what is the data set? How many records we are trying to add from here? How many records we are trying to add? 1, 2, 3, 4. What will be the length now? 4, right? And how this method is being invoked? Through init handler, isn't it? Let's go back and we'll modify our page template. Edit page. Let me add a new component. HTML data attributes. I'll go and place here. Oh, you already got 4. Now what's the length you are getting here? 4. It means that your init load is working exactly, right? Now tell me in Aura component, we use which element that you can read a data from collection. How you will read a data in triggers if it is a collection? You will iterate through for loop, right? Here, Aura iteration, and the items will always go. And then what else? Like I forgot. To be frank, I forgot. Let me go to developer.salesforce.com. Documents. This is the best place that I can refer myself always. Document library. Items and then index where Aura colon iteration. Aura colon iteration. Items variable. And let me go to specification. What else I can see? In index starts items loaded where. Okay. It's a where that I need to use. Where record p a record dot name. Okay, what else we have here? We had something called index where. Okay, let's go and keep index where ind. I would say ind plus one dot set deploy. Now, what I'm doing, I'm trying to display all the four records here. What is coming? Record dot name. It is not coming record dot name. Why it is not coming? Length is 4. I have record dot name, right? No, that's fine. Like this is independent now. Now the problem coming here is it is not going inside. Where it should go inside. If I don't use this record dot name to like say deploy inspect empty cache and hard reload. That's a different component. It won't be any issue. Ideally, this should not cause an issue for me now. This I didn't bind it properly. You got it? So I need to read a data with a v dot, right? In Aura components attribute co. But earlier I'm passing it as a simple string. So that is how it caused an issue. Typo errors. Now you got it like Lava, Lakshmi, Deepak, Vamsi and Gautam, isn't it? Now I'll add one more controller here. I'll add one more controller saying that get phone number. Get phone number. We have phone number, right? For this particular Lakshmi Deepak. We have phone number. On click of Lava, we have phone number. Lakshmi Deepak, we have phone number. Vamsi, we have phone. Right? I need to alert that phone number. I need to alert that phone number. Let's say get phone number function component comma event comma help alert get phone. I'll be doing this on call on click here only on click. C dot your action. Now every record will have a same action. Every record will contain a different action now. Will have a same action, right? Everywhere. Now if you have a same action everywhere, then how will you identify that whether you are clicking a record on a first row or second row or third row or fourth row? Is that is this I mean system will not understand now, right? It's our responsibility to handle these changes. It's our responsibility. Earlier and all, right, you have like a child components. Each child will have their own record, and it's easy, right? Let's say in this case, if I talk particularly in this case, here you had a child records, right? Each record is a child record. Yes or no? Child component. On click of view contacts, you have a different button from a different component. So it's easy for you to identify and you can display the details. But in this case, you don't have any child components. You have everything in that one component. And now we need to identify. If I click get phone number. So it will be calling a same method. How I can differentiate like on which row I selected. That's the syntax. So here the Salesforce, I mean HTML is providing a HTML data attributes. If the component name itself, if we can look, this is HTML data attributes. So what does it mean? So before you call any action, you can say data hyphen name equal to, you can always pass your data dynamically, record dot name, and you can even pass index, or you can say data hyphen phone equal to record dot phone, or even you can pass your index ind equal to ind. So what happened? You are passing your index, you are passing your detail, or even you can also pass this way, guys. It's not always that you need to pass this only this way. You have the different option. Let's say Control Shift, format document, prettier, format document with HTML. Okay. And here also you can say data hyphen full details equal to, you can pass directly record itself. You understood what I'm trying to say here? You whatever data you needed, all you need to say data hyphen and then the key value, and then you can pass your information. Here you can also pass the full details called record. The full record, it contains both your name and phone number. So in Lightning side, what we need to do, let selected item equal to, so selected in the sense wherever the user performed an action by clicking. That is called selection in my terms. Event dot, first you need to find the current target. First you need to find your current target, and then let name equal to selected item dot data set. You have a data set dot, what is your attribute names? Those attributes names you will be reading. But these attributes name always should be small. You should not declare uppercase. Uppercase means it will not work as expected. Now what I'll do the same thing. I'll copy those lines simply by pressing this, and I'll say phone, and I'll say phone. Here it is phone, right? Everything is small only, yes. And I'll say ind. Here also I'll say ind. Now I'll say let me alert it. Alert ind, comma, dot, comma, name, comma, double quotes, colon, comma, So I'm just alerting it. Now it should come as an index plus name plus 1. So ind plus index, refresh it. If I click Gautam, now I can see index 3 Gautam. Why it is Vamsi? Only 2? So plus dataset dot name, correct only, right? Record dot name, record dot phone, alright. Deploy. Now you got it. So earlier it's a symbol issue. Now I can, don't worry about 3 and 4 because index starts with 0 if you remember, isn't it? So if you can see, index starts with 0. If that also need to be avoided, then we can say this way. So even this will avoid that confusion. So earlier we had events and everything. Now you have a possibility of HTML data 5 attributes, and you can use data hyphen your key name. And to read that value, these are the statement. This statement always remains same, and till here it's same always. From here, from here to here it's same. Only this it will change based on the key that you have provided within the tags. You can provide even Deepak, you can provide Vamsi, you can provide Gautam, whatever you want. There is no standard. But whatever you type, it should be in lowercase. Clear? Any questions on this? Whatever you type here, it should be in the lowercase. Any questions? Now you can see 4. If I see Vamsi, I can read a Vamsi. Lakshmi, I can read Lakshmi, right? As a record. And we are also doing one more thing here. We are passing entire record. Are we able to get this entire record? Yes, you can able to get directly. Let's say let all data equal to selected item dot data set dot your full details. So I'll be displaying this full details saying that alert. Because this is an object, I'll say that json dot stringify. json.stringify, it will convert my object into string all data, which will construct refresh. Now you can see for why it is json.stringify. No, all data is here. No, that's an expected object.stringify. json.stringify. Okay, anyway, whatever data you are getting from here, that will be typecasted as a string only. Why I need to worry about this one? Refresh. Object clear. Now I can read a data, right? Dot name. Sorry, control Z. I can read a data. Dot name. From here, I am trying to read a data. Refresh. It's my bad.